Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 87, and today we're going to be doing Battle in the Path of Champions. And so, Champion, we're going to be battling with Illaoi up against Viktor, and this is one that's, it's fun. I find it to be fairly tough. One of the things that you'll commonly see with Viktor is there's a lot of go wide strategies in here, right? They try to just get a bunch of like little poros, and they play a bunch of like, it's not assembly bot, but it's the clockwork creation. I don't know, whatever the two cost thing that makes 2/1/1s, and it just has a lot of ways to just go wide. And what we tend to see with Illaoi is it's usually just her and the tentacle, and so we can run into a bit of issues with opponents just getting wider than us. Their board's not that much stronger, but they're just like slowly chunking away health at us, and so. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll beat Viktor, maybe we don't. But in terms of our Illaoi here today, she is 2-starred. That's one of the few 2-star champions I've managed to put together here. The Test of Spirit, the second one, is quite powerful, giving her the starting mana. The Vulnerable is kind of whatever to me. Just lets you pick on your opponent's smaller units, if you will. Champion level up to level 10. And then with the relics, I'm using this. You have +1/+1 for every 200 gold that you have. It's not the most powerful thing that you could be doing, but the thing with like Illaoi is you really want to be getting her flipped as quickly as you can. You tend to win a lot of your games by your opponent's weakest unit getting vulnerable, and then Illaoi hooking that unit and killing it with Overwhelm. And having these plus bonuses helps her flip on her first attack, so she's ready to kill on her second attack. And so I've been pretty happy with the Hunter's Renowned as opposed to something like Gensu's Rageblade that requires multiple attacks to start getting bonuses. But with that being that, let's go ahead. Let's jump on in, see if we can't fell Viktor today. And so in terms of the champion powers when they come up, I really like to have things that let us cheat on mana. If you can find something like sorcery, that's incredibly powerful. If you can find otherwise a combat enhancer, if you will, then I'm pretty okay with that. Endurance actually isn't the worst, the one here in the middle. It does let our tentacles grow quite a bit, but I'm going to come out and look for a little bit stronger of a power. These look kind of powerful. There's at least an epic one here on the left with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop. It's not that great, but I think that's where we're going to be. I'm going to go ahead and stop with our rerolls. It does let us do some things, like our tentacles get to keep the Overwhelm, but outside of that, I don't think we're going to see too many uses with it. But I'm more kind of just interested in saving this reroll for later. Not the strongest of starts. I do have to say I'm a little bit worried about our opponents jumping out the gates and just getting ahead of us, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll survive. Here's what I was talking about with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, using the Sea's Voice to give the tentacle Overwhelm, and then if the Sea's Voice dies, we still have the tentacle for later. But with this, we'll hang on to the Watchful Idol, we'll hang on to one Tentacle Smash, and then we'll look for an Illaoi with the other two. The other kind of like big thing with Illaoi is it's really important to have a attack on your first possible turn, just so you can get the spawn going, right? She gets to attack and spawn on her first turn, and so it's a bit of a powerful thing you can get going. All right, this is fine. The Watchful Idol will make a dude, then we can Tentacle Smash something if we want. May not actually need to just yet. We can wait on a little bit of a better unit. Those are good units, my dude. It is a 2/2 Poro coming at us, but this is fine. Then the Tentacle will be a 3/3 on this attack. It's safe from everything. All right. Bring in that thunder. I'm just gonna kill this Poro. Get this shit out of here. I just don't want to take damage. Like, I feel like that's kind of the big thing against Viktor, is just preventing the damages wherever you can. So it'll be a little bit slower. It'll take us a bit of a grind to get this dude taken down, but this is okay. Lose our Sea's Voice, but not the biggest deal. Tentacle already has Overwhelm. We gonna get him this turn? Maybe we'll get him. Let's go, Illaoi. Uh-oh, he's dropping the big boys now. All right. Alright, so Illaoi flips, we'll get in for 14. Not bad. Had better, had worse. We're not dead, so. Let's just stop. We can go for some bigger answered prayers if we need to, or we can try and cheat some mana with these sand hoppers if that's what it comes down to. I don't think we'll need it, but let's see. We should just be lethaling next turn now. It is nice having these quick attacking sand hoppers along with the ability that comes from Illaoi, the vulnerable thing. It's another nice little side usage of the vulnerables coming about. Oh, he's bringing it, huh? Okay. Alright, that's what you're doing, I guess. We'll just make sure our dudes don't die. Wanna hang out, bud? We got kitties coming along. Maybe. He'd rather just meow the whole time. Alright, this one's done. We shouldn't need to play the answered prayer, but if you're not going to go big, why even bother going at all? Come on, bud. You can be on the internet. Here he is. He came to hang out. Everybody loves a good kitty on the internet, right? Here he is. He says, "What up?" Poor guy. I'm wearing a black shirt. The black kitty barely shows up. I guess this is why the black kitty adoption rate went down, because they don't show up on Instagram. What a load of trash, isn't it, bud? What a load of trash. All right. Well, this is always nice here, getting a start with an answered prayer. Having one of these early cards be one of the kind of build-around aspects of your deck is pretty nice. And then with these, I usually just like the cheaper stuff here against Viktor. Didn't find too much of it. I could see an argument for Concussive Palms just because our interactivity is pretty bad. I don't want the Shyvana. This stuff just doesn't do anything. And then I could see an argument for Aphelios, but the main thing I'd be looking for out of Aphelios is just generating lifesteal, right? It's not horrible. Just let us recover, basically heal back to full. I think that'll be fine. Kind of like I'm okay with the Mountain Goat, but not a strong set. But we'll still hang on to our one reroll here. And then with these, happy enough to fight the Lucky Find guy. So yeah, we're back. Sorry if you missed out on my beautiful voice there for a few days. You could have gone back and watched some expedition videos or something. But one of my best friends from growing up and from college was in town, and so I went and spent a few days with him. He'd have no desire to sit around and make Legends of Runeterra videos. And so, sorry if I ruined your past 2 or 3 days. Interesting opener from opponent. I guess we'll just let him do this. I was going to attack with the Mountain Goat so we'd get the spawn, but whatevs. And yeah, man, we got lucky on our trip. I was in like quite a bit of time in rural Missouri, and we spent a day in St. Louis. But the weather was actually nice. Like coming back out here to Kansas City, we have for the next 3 days temperatures expected to be up in the hundreds, and so I'm glad we didn't have to deal with that horse shit throughout the entirety of vacation time. This is the dumbest weather ever out here in this stupid city. But this is where Patrick Mahomes plays football and stuff, so we at least got that going for us. All right, big attacks coming in. Looks good to me. Big chunk from Illaoi. And man, yeah, I know I went on like this giant rant a few months ago about how much I hate deer, and I can't decide if I'm like a deerist or whatever you call a racist towards deer. Fucking hate them. I like, if I had to take the over-under on like the number of deer I saw at 25, I would probably take the over. Like, we're just running through Missouri, those fuckers were everywhere. And I really hate those stupid things. Like, if you've ever managed to hit a 400 to 500 pound object with your car. It's not fun. It's not awesome, but that's what you get. That's what happens when you run into a deer. And so they're the stupidest fucking creatures. They'll see 1,000 pounds of car hurling at them, and they're like, I better just stand here because I'm a dumb shit. That's the life and times of a deer summed up. God, I hate those things so much. We made it though. We didn't die, so I guess that's a perk to the weekend. I didn't hit any of them. All right, we probably messed that turn up. We could have gemmed Illaoi before we made a play, but I think this is just going to turn out a-okay. Let's go ahead and, well, there's no reason to guess from beyond. We haven't lost any health. Or we started at 35. We have a bit of health to play with, but I was going to say, do we want to guess from beyond or do we want to tentacle smash? And I think we'll just tentacle smash here. Does it get Illaoi to flip? Sure does. Planned it that way. Losing my focus just out here bitching about bitching about deer. What a dumb animal they are. Oh, an exhaust. Okay. Chronomancer, sure. It's a little unfortunate the tentacle won't be able to punch in damage, but this turn will be okay, I assure you. Neg 17, not a bad hit. I guess it is nice being able to get overwhelmed from the gifts from beyond, and that the tentacle doesn't always have it, right? We don't always have that 3/3 dude passing out the overwhelms. And it's kind of nice. I guess the moon weapon ability sticks around as well. So if we need to pass out a lifesteal and use it over and over again, we can. If we need to do something like give lifesteal to a tentacle and then tentacle smash and then attack to gain like 1,000,000 health, there's some options out there. I'm just gonna guess from beyond here just for the heal, but I think we should be pretty safe from this point. Out here doing these moon boy things. Sure, gravitum. That's not bad, right? We'll roll into the next turn. We'll still have the lifesteal on Illaoi. Go back up to max before our next battle. Oh, he's gonna make an attack on us. Oh shit. We'll just block whatever's on the right. Yeah, deal all the damage you want, then we'll just heal it back and not worry about it. I was like, does he just not attack? That would be interesting. Alright. Gain 20. Nice. Alright, coming in for neg 57. Not a bad number. Not bad. Illaoi certainly makes the biggest booms. The easiest champions to get into giant mode. She's getting a lot of love in Teamfight Tactics as well. The new season of Teamfight Tactics just started up over the past few days. I've been playing quite a bit of it. It's been fun. Not gonna lie, it's been a pretty good time. Illaoi is one of the stronger characters in the game. Well, she's not that strong. She just fits into a lot of the powerful compositions, and so she's making her rounds in Runeterra, making her rounds in Teamfight Tactics. Not bad. All right, here, like, I'm not excited about these. I'm half tempted to take the Shield Vault just for the interactivity. This isn't that great of a spell, but like, if you pull up the deck, oh no. I don't know how to, is it this button? There we go. If we pull up the deck, there's just not that much interactivity, right? It's just the Aphelios generating gifts from beyond, the gifts from beyond generating the weapons, and then the tentacle slams. And so, like, while stuns aren't super appealing, it is nice that they give us a bit of interactivity. And I'm not excited about mountain goats. God, I never thought this would be what we'd be excited to go for, but I think that's it. I think that's what it's going to be. All right, practical perfectionist, sure. Not sure what does it make copies. It makes sense if it make copies of something. Let's make copies of Watchful Idol. That seems pretty good. Oh, what's the learn? Cost mana. All right. Forgot to read what the powers were. It does something with the Warlord's Palace, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can pull it up. Foe summons a Warlord's Palace, right? When the palace counts down to 0, they take a mana gem from us. It's kind of lame, dude. Sounds like something a lame person would do. Alright, well, probably should have played the Mountain Goat. I guess it turns out okay now that he Treasure Seekers, but we would have kind of liked to attacked and gotten the Tentacle. This dude's just all about throwing down Sandstone Chargers, saying, let's see what I can do today. We want any of this stuff? Answered Prayers probably pretty safe. I think the Sea's Voice is probably, well, it's probably a little worse than the quick attack guy like right now, but then it should be a little bit better in the near future once we're able to protect the Tentacle.
A beautiful day for sailing.
Oh, cool. He's just gonna let us do stuff. Appreciate it, dude.
Do you hear her voice?
It's not very nice. We should have done this the other way as well. We missed out on a point of damage putting the higher health unit in front of the Tentacle, but we'll be okay. I've survived much worse. Uh-oh. He's gonna take our gem. Dick. I do not appreciate it, my friend. I do not appreciate it. I'm just gonna look to play everything in our hand that isn't the Eye of Nagaboros, and then we can open with it next turn if we need to. We should have gemmed. Don't attack. Don't attack me just yet. Let me gem before you bring the 5/5 in. Fuck. That was a little sloppy. I got all those deer on my brain and stuff. It's it's messing with my ability to battle here. God, this is annoying. Okay. Can still get like a reasonable attack next turn. The Curator will get the vulnerable from our ability, but this board should look a lot better than it does. Moon Boy, though. It is tempting. We should probably go ahead and just take advantage of him. I'm gonna just go for the make a unit. 2-cost unit, whatever that one's called. Crescendum. Get a dude on board. Maybe it'll end up being like a better hook onto the Curator. We can kind of pick and choose how our attacks go. Alright, not super important. We'll just bring it all. I'm kind of done with the Aphelios now. Like, if he survives, that's great. If he doesn't, that's fine as well. It goes for the tentacle block, so we keep Aphelios. Works for me. We're getting pretty healthy chunks in. He's pretty much out of stuff to do. That turn would have looked a lot better if we hadn't been so sloppy a turn previously, and I think I'm happy with this. We do have these gem combos onto the Watchful Idol. if we need to get a boost and a turn from now. Uh-oh. Sure. Go ahead and build up our friend here.
From darkness, light.
Almost got it.
give Aphelios the Overwhelm. We already have Overwhelm incoming onto the Tentacle. And then we'll just open with a Burst Eye of Nikaboros. It's 5 damage, not a big deal. We can heal through it. To have the again, I was like, thanks for attacking in the cool way, so we just get to heal all the damage back. He's got the damn card again. All right, we're definitely in a good spot now. This game's pretty done. Sloppy or not, we got there at the end of the day. All right, what you got for us now? Oh shit, I was clicking stuff. Well, these aren't great, but having Watchful Idols is always nice to start with. So we'll take it. One mana Guiding Touches are kind of interesting. We got those Aphelioses running around, but I don't think it'll be necessary. Coming out of the item chest, just take all the Watchful Idols, huh? Coming with the additional health boost off the Giant's Belt. I don't think that's where we want to be, though. I'm not opposed to this Grumble Slug. Just give us some good early game interactivity. We haven't ran into the problems that I expect to be there with the board flood, but it's coming. I assure you it'll be here. So let's take this early unit that replaces itself with a point of mana. I don't think we need to heal. It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't with the shop, given that we're wearing that Illaoi thing that gives her the bonuses. Let's see if we can't just cut a card. Get something expensive taking out. Never taking out Tentacle Smash. This kind of sucks. Let's reroll. Is that better? I could do with getting rid of the Mountain Goats. It's not ideal. I was hoping to pick up like the 5-cost unit that spawns or something just up in the more of the top end, but I can live without the Mountain Goat.
Your loyalty will be rewarded.
All right. Challenging boss here in Azir. These Sand Soldiers are a real pain in the butt to deal with since they have the bonus stats. But reasonable enough start for us. We can Grumble Slug into Answered Prayers on turn 1 if we want. We can just lead with the Idol if we want, or lead with the Grumble Slug. Really, really powerful start. I think I just want to lead with the Grumble Slug. Lets us like start attacking on the first turn so we get the spawn now. And then this is a pretty good blocker, having the 4 health along with Tough. What up, Azir? See how big these Sand Soldiers are coming at us as the 4-2 Overwhelm. It's pretty scary. I think we can absorb this 5-hit. Like, as long as we don't die, we can recover pretty quickly with our Gifts from Beyond. So let's grow the Tentacle. Get a real big Illaoi slam in this turn. Ooh, Shield Vault's actually kind of nice here. Booms our Tentacle. Not happy about it, but we do get to kill his Azir. Get him, Nagakaboros. Alright, that's pretty healthy. He's got another Azir in hand, but getting that stuff off of the board, that was like a pretty big do-nothing turn for him.
Do not see what is, see what will be.
Okay, I'm going to boost the Tentacle. It's 1 away from blocking a Sand Soldier, and then it's kind of nice to have the kind of double bonus from this. So the Tentacle gets the boost, and then we attack with Illaoi. She gets the boost as well. Lifesteal, where are you at? I think we've turned the corner on this one. I think we're making I think we're making this one look pretty easy. Where are we at? We'll pick up Overwhelm. Azir is going to get vulnerable at the start of turn. We have a pretty free hook with Illaoi. It's looking good. She'll flip off this attack as well. It's kind of lame. Kinda lame, dude. Typical Azir.
Some will ascend, all will become legends.
Alright, well, we have another opportunity now to load up a lifesteal Gifts from Beyond onto the Tentacle. And then I'm pretty sure this one's just done from that point. Where are we at? Let's play the spell first. Pick up the lifesteal. You can follow up with Grumble Slug just to be mana efficient. And then we can circle back to playing Severum. Interesting. That's a decision, I guess. The fuck are you doing, guy? Okay. The AI decided not to try hard today. Pick up Overwhelm. Do the big answered prayer. Oh, he's just getting free attacks. Okay. Maybe it wasn't as absurd as I thought it was. Still end at 30. Walking with Illaoi is kinda scary. Let's just lose 3 on the turn. That's not a big deal. What if we... No, if we move this down here, we're gonna take a bunch. Okay. So I guess he can have like more quicksands to take off our overwhelms, but if he doesn't have another quicksand, we're just gonna end this. Just a monstrous amount coming through, plus like 15 or 16 or so onto Illaoi. Why not? Why not burst this out? Yes, we can just get his guys out of combat. That's probably the preferred way to go about it. Neg 59 coming in, not bad, not bad. Oh man, take the -6 off of that one. Rip Azir, making it look easy. GG.
Look and see the glory of Nagakaboros.
Cool. What you got for me here? Something cool when I'm summoned, double my power and health, or scout. God, these are both so strong. I think we want the scout. That feels like kind of like doubling twice. Like the black cleaver is better on if we play Illaoi on our opponent's turn, but then I think the scout's just going to be bonkers. Getting to attack twice with the tentacles turning up and potentially with some Aphelios moon weapons and stuff. She's flipped. She's going to heal and everything. I'm convinced. All right. Bring it on, Viktor. I think we're ready. Just starting with overwhelms. Kind of interesting. I'm going to go with the endurance. Again, this works nicely with the tentacles and the tentacle slams and really building up a tentacle. Then it also works with the 1 mana, whatever these are called, watchful fruits or something, watchful idol. So it does damage to itself and then heals 1. So it like just takes damage a turn. Oh, hang on. I don't want to be working overtime here. Which one is this? On the Hextech Foundry? Their cards cost 1 less with the Foundry. They're gonna flood us too hard. We'll battle the Desert Naturalist here. I'm glad Desert Naturalist has found a place in Constructed. The Rock Bear cards are all pretty garbagey in Expedition. But the Naturalist and the Sun Disk and everybody, they found a place to live. Oh my gosh, all the watchful idols. Look out, dude. What item is that? When I'm summoned or destroyed, grant your ally 1/1. Okay. Sure. Going for the values. Can't wait. Can't wait to get this scouting Illaoi going next turn. It's going to be massive. She gets +7 right on the start.
Life is too short for fear.
If it was important, they should have built it better.
Okay.
This girl is heavy.
Uh-oh, he's using emotes.
Test your Naga
Oh shit, that guy's huge. I didn't realize this was a 9-8. I was like, this shit's just gonna be dead. What's it matter? Well, you fought the good fight, Illaoi. You're still out here living strong.
I suppose you'll do.
We'll do cool stuff next attack, I assure you. It's like, she's just gonna be big enough. I would like to get this Grumble Slug on the board, but if he attacks and we get to block with the tentacle, then Illaoi will just flip. Now we get to do the good stuff with the scouts. Hang on, how efficiently can we do this? If we play a 2... Okay, we can play both of our 2s and then play the full answered prayer.
History is whatever.
Alright, this is gonna look good. We'll play the Grumble Slug, we're gonna grow the tentacle, and then we just get to hook the Preservationist with Illaoi, and then she'll flip off of that attack and just be fucking massive. And then we'll get a second attack in, and I don't think it's gonna quite be... she might just OTK here. I mean, she's gonna be a 28 on this one. Neg 26 coming in, and she still gets a second attack. Don't mind if I do. Rip him.
This is it. Land or drown.
Ripped him good.
Dudes, you maniac.
Is this Neg 59 coming in on her own? God, that's nice. That's nice. We'll just attack with her. I don't want to take away any of her time in the spotlight here. So get wrecked, bruh. Oh, that's sweet.
Nagakabara smiles upon victory.
Smile upon victory, Nagakaboros. So what do we got? The epic chest. It's probably where we want to be. We might want to spend $1 or $2 there. What are these? More watchful idols? Ooh, that's a good answered prayer though. With the grant your strongest ally an epic item. Sure. We already have like 7 watchful idols in our deck. I think we're gonna be okay on that front. Last breath rally never bad. Oh boy, man. Lots of stuff here. It's so tough for me to pass up on these things with Chalice of Harmony. Like the neg 3 cost is such a big deal. I think that's okay. Seems better than the Sea's Voice. We're doing a pretty good job just winning with Illaoi. Off to the shop. Don't want these expensive cards. The merchants, meh. Harpoon, don't. Harpoon's kind of interesting, but I think like I'm happy with just having our shield vaults as the interactivity. And the rest of this kind of sucks. Alright, let's leave. What we got here? Raz. When the foe attacks, give my units neg 2. Then the other one. Round start, summon turrets. That's going to be pretty quick. Like, turrets are kind of interesting if we're getting a big overwhelm package going. Then all of his units are just going to have 1 health, right? And so we always have a pretty good overwhelm target, but he does have the opportunity to get wider than us pretty quick. What are our options down here? Item chest to the left. Use cast salesman. I'm not entirely sure what he does. I think he lets you... Is he the one that you pay health and then you get to pick up the dust 'em up or whatever that 1 mana spell is that like does a damage to face and stuff and draws a card? Not entirely sure. Let's just take the item chest route. Alright, turrets. Don't overwhelm me. I mean, we do have a pretty reasonable cheap early game now, right? We did just pick up some of the spell-based start cards, and so I think we might be okay here.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna boom him with this bursted eye. Uh-oh.
How exciting.
Getting wide. It's so weird his units don't have abilities, but
Did that sound right?
get in here. We'll get something going. Alright. Gonna be a good start. C's voice can come down. We should get good hooks, like with the academic into the tentacle. Well, we lose a spawn now, but our attack is still good. But right, see, you're starting to see what I was initially fairly worried about with this run is we build up a tentacle, we build up an Illaoi, and then opponent just goes wide. And so our units are going to be better than most of this stuff, but he has a pretty good opportunity to go around our good units. The first we're seeing of elusives as well. They're quite scary. I mean, I do feel a little bit better having a Felios in deck, but you know, we got some stuff to have to worry about. I want to Tentacle Smash this turn. We can't do anything else if that's our play. Well, we could play Watchful Idol here in a bit, but who do we hit? Like, I want to take down the Nyandroid, but we have to attack first. I think that's okay. Illaoi doesn't get her stats if we do it that way, though. Do we really just, like, make a 4/4? Attack with Illaoi, she'll be a 9. And then we can get a second attack with her on another smaller unit. Can look to just use... Maybe that's all just a little too greedy.
I go wherever the waves take me.
Come, test yourself.
Alright, so I'm not going to flip the Illaoi. We could have maybe done it with the Answered Prayer. I'm really looking to just get some board here and then play a Felios next turn with the Moon Weapon. So it's like I'm wanting to bank up the 3 mana so we can get the Moon Weapon happening.
I'm all in.
Sandhopper kills everything here. And then Illaoi doesn't take too much damage. Okay, that's fine.
Sure, boss.
We could have gotten like a little bit greedier. We probably could have gotten a little bit more value out of this attack, but I think this feels good, having our units survive and wear their board down a little bit, and then just make the ultra safe play of building towards a Felios plus lifesteal. We can do all this, right? The Tentacle's 4 mana, then we have 5 left over to play a Felios plus the thing, plus the lifesteal.
Defend yourself.
I think we're gonna be fine. Lifesteal, where you at, my dude? It's like I don't even really care if Aphelios dies at this point. We got what we wanted out of the turn. Make sure our guys don't die. Okay, sure. All right, so back up to full, easy peasy. You put in the work, Aphelios. You show up. You say, hey, here's the good sword, and then you just die in combat. Everyone says, see ya, my friend. Gain the 18 health here. Come in for neg 29 on this good attack. Who needs a healer? Who needs a healer? We got it all. Nice.
Look and see the glory of Nagakaboros.
I see your glory, Nagakaboros. Something cool. That's an interesting Veiled Temple. Just let us like really come in and churn through mana. Only costing 1 makes it fairly easy to do. Could just stack in more Grumble Slugs, though. That's probably where we want to be. We're not expecting to get too much out of these. And so if we can just get, like, one good combat with the Slug, I think that's okay. Got the good items here. Interesting stuff. I feel like the Tentacle Smash is the worst of the options here. We do have the option with this Eye of Nagakoboros to just play it on turn 1. Since it only costs 2 mana, we get the Spawn, then we get the Mighty Poro. I think I'm pretty on board with that. Like, the Sea's Voice feels like it's just a... it's just there to put Overwhelm on our Tentacle, and then we're just done with it. I think I want to hang on to the Sandhopper. We cut some like the Mountain Goat because it wasn't really on theme, but the Sandhopper is kind of nice. He's a little expensive though. Well, let's just get rid of it. The call has been made. He doesn't say spawn. All right, on to Viktor. So we didn't find any of our big start cards, but I don't feel like we can mulligan this. Like, I at least want to hang on to Answered Prayers and Watchful Idols, but let's get rid of the Grumble Slug. Maybe not. Like, he comes at us really quick with a bunch of big early plays. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right when we aren't starting with Illaoi or we aren't starting with that Eye of Nagakoboros. It's like our really high-powered plays. All right, the Fancier coming at us. Big ol' Watchful Idol. He's ready for battle. See if we get a good epic item out of this. What you got? When you play a spell, grant me 1/1. All right, we can work with that. Now with this, you gotta remember we have the when you take damage, get +1/+1. So our tentacle is going to continue to grow a little bit. My ultimate concerns on the board, though, the Nyandroids are pretty scary and tough to deal with. There's the eye.
What do you know of shedding?
And Illaoi. Okay. Okay. Things just turned around. I don't know, Viktor. You're gonna need like a really quick scout elusive or something, or we're just gonna boom you. We just lethal this turn? Non-zero chance we just lethal this turn.
Truth better. Truth is no better.
It's only +15 attack coming onto Illaoi. So I guess like the kind of downside on the turn is we can't. I think here the way we go about this is we shield vault. We'll stun, I guess, Viktor. We can circle back to just like killing Viktor if we need to. But what are we doing? Are we predicting? Sure, we'll draw 2. But I think like we'll get this Illaoi flip here, and then if opponent doesn't add any more units on the board, they'll have to take the hit from the tentacle as well. So it would have been nice if we could have stalled that for. Oh, we had a spell shield anyways. No, we went about that kind of gross and wrong, but really good chance we just boom him for the kill here. Get them flips. But right, that was the idea. Was like punching in the tentacle for damage. Maybe we should have attacked with Illaoi first. Then they would have had the chance to play another unit, and we could have gotten the free attack in with the tentacle there. But Illaoi's coming in for 41 on her own. I think we got it. I think this one's in the books. Got him.
Nagakoboros smiles upon victory.
Smile upon victory, Nagakoboros. Okay, nice little victory. And so, yeah, that was odd. Like, I felt like we got kind of like a low roll in terms of like powers and stuff, but then we got a real high roll in the way that the games played out, and that there are like a lot of these matchups you'll run into, like especially against say like Azir, to where he gets those giant, overwhelming sand soldiers down, and if you have a deck to where you aren't playing anything in the first couple of turns, then it can really just have a hard shutdown on you. But when you're able to vulnerable attack down his Azir twice, it really limits their sand soldier production. And when you're not out there having to trade with it, that's kind of nice. And so, all in all, pretty easy run. I haven't had too much trouble winning with Illaoi anywhere, but I think we at least got to showcase some of the high-powered stuff you can do with her. Getting Scout was just bonkers. That was definitely better than double her attack. Aphelios worked quite nicely if you have the ways to give her lifesteal or the tentacle lifesteal. That's pretty good and strong as well. Just kind of negating the need for the healer and just coming in for tons of damage across the board and healing it all right back up. Makes a lot of your opponent's attacks irrelevant. But, you know, those are some decent strategies with Illaoi. I always prefer to just cheat with the mana. So I like sorcery, I like mana gem, just those things that let you start playing stuff early. Because it is easy for this deck if the cards don't fall right, you don't have a bunch of like watchful idols or answered prayers, that it takes you a fair bit of time to get rolling. And so I feel like it's usually pretty important to make sure that she just has some 1 and 2 drops so that you can use her level 1 star power to get the spawns going and really kind of push off from there. But if you're not playing Illaoi, if you're just playing against Viktor, again, you got to be cheap and you got to be ready to deal with units fast. And so people like Lux, people like Bard tend to have a bit of trouble with Viktor, but we had a pretty easy run through with it here. That was pretty fun and pretty good. So that is going to do it for today. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. You learned how to scout them out, smash them up a little bit better. Maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.